In these dark days, with the spread of the coronavirus epidemic across the world, one message that keeps recurring is the importance of washing hands. And the image that accompanies this message shows a tap gushing water with a pair of hands underneath. And we are told repeatedly that we need to wash hands for a minimum of 20 seconds. Now, for a family of 5 or 6 in Asia, washing their hands 5 or 6 times a day, that is not a small amount of water. Many people can do this, but sadly, hundreds of millions can't because they do not have the facilities to wash their hands at home, nor do they have sufficient supply of safe water. So the challenges are many. How do we get to that place? 3 things are going to be important for us to do so.
Narayanan highlights the need for large-scale investment to develop quality infrastructure that can withstand the test of time.
Well, first of all, it requires an investment on a massive scale. Investment to be able to build the infrastructure, pipes, pumping stations, treatment plants, both for the primary supply and for the recycling of water that is going to be required at a time of climate change, uncertainty, and shortages of water. Now, that is not a small challenge, but it can be done. But it's not just building any type of pipe, any type of infrastructure. It has to be infrastructure of a quality that is robust enough to stand the use, the intense use that is going to be put to, and so that enough investment is made into that kind of quality infrastructure.
Science and technology can help infrastructure deal with extended wear and tear, but quality infrastructure also requires proper management to be sustainable, as Narayanan explains.
Second, it will require science and technology to be able to assure us that the infrastructure that is being put into place is of a quality that can meet the rigors of constant use without massive reinvestments into repairs and maintenance. And finally, it requires capacity for these institutions to be able to operate, to be able to build this infrastructure, to maintain it, and to administer it. And that kind of technology is required not just for the physical infrastructure, but in order to be able to administer such a system with tariffs, multiple tariffs, perhaps varying tariffs for different classes of people.
Narayanan concludes by describing the partnerships required to improve access to clean water facilities and ultimately achieve United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 17.
All this requires, above all, partnerships. SDG 17 talks about the importance of partnerships. And these partnerships in these countries will have to be partnerships of central government with the provincial governments with the local governments, and all these governments with the people themselves. Because without trust and without participation, it will not be possible either to build, maintain, or use these infrastructure that has been built prudently. Can this be done? It can, and it must.
This has been Asia's Developing Future, brought to you by the Asian Development Bank Institute in Tokyo. See the show notes for the transcript and related material. For more information about us, please visit adbi.org.